How's it going, everyone? We are back. It's been a little while since the last video, and I figured we'd start up this again and make some more reviews. We had a sponsored video today from MRE Mountain. MREmountain.com sent us this ration. It's kind of a rare one. This is 24-hour ration from MREstar. I haven't actually seen one of these before. I'll put a link in the description where you could buy this at. I think they're about $40-ish. But it's a pretty big ration, a pretty large amount of food. And it should be pretty interesting. So without any further ado, let's cut it open. We'll grab our knife here. Open this bad boy up and see what it's all about. That is a pretty hefty ration, that is for sure. Move you up just a little bit here. We have a emergency drinking water. That's kind of different. Actually get some drinking water. When is the last time you saw an actual ration with drinking water in it? I cannot remember the last time we saw that. We have a ton of stuff here. Apple cinnamon oatmeal. It's a nice little add-on. Just to be clear, this is not a military ration. This is a civilian ration, all right? And this is basically made after a military ration, but usually have a lot better stuff. So if you're looking for meals to take with you camping or hunting, we have deer season coming up here in Missouri. These would be great additions for that, or just to keep at your house. You know, this is good till 2027. It's production 2024 and good till 2027. So it's got some life on it, and everybody knows it probably will last a lot longer than that. That's just the best buy date. But we have grape jelly. Has some peanut butter. Looks like that needs a little bit of mixing up. Toasted corn. That's some nut and raisin mix. That's some cheese spread. We'll have to pick and choose a little bit on this. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. I'm gonna go to review it. Lemonade Power Stick beverage. Another one of those. Fruit Punch Power Stick beverage. Have a shortbread cookie. Looks like it's 100% intact. Tortillas. You guys hate when I say it like that, but that's what those are. I think these are the smaller round ones, not the ones that are folded. As everybody knows, the folding part of it does not go well in rations. Well, here we have a curry chicken. That sounds pretty good. Look at that. Interesting, right? And here we have a chicken with sausage gumbo. Chicken and sausage gumbo. It's been a while. I have to give him some credit. I'm a little bit rusty on the review situation. However, we will get through it. We have our hot and cold beverage bag. We may not use this today. I don't want to tip that over in the old table. Goodness. And of course, some crackers. If you want something that's very difficult to swallow, as always, you mix a little bit of this peanut butter with these crackers. I dare you to take a bite and try to swallow that with no drink. Near impossible. So we have 2 accessory packets. It looks like it's both the same thing. This is a 24-hour ration, so it's supposed to be 3 meals. And I guess your gumbo is a meal, your chicken curry is a meal, and your oatmeal, apple cinnamon oatmeal, is also a meal. So toss one of these aside. Open one of these up. Just gonna crinkle the plastic real loud right in the microphone. That should help, right? All right, so we have something leaking here. I think it's a little package of honey. That's some Smarties. It's always good. A very odd looking spoon. We have a toothpick. Yeah, our honey's compromised on this one. Compromised into a moist towelette. Let's just set that over there. We have sugar, coffee creamer. We have some coffee. Still a little sticky from the honey. Crushed red pepper. We'll save that. Salt and pepper, we'll save that. We're gonna toss this in the honey. So what we're gonna do on this, we have 3 hot beverage bags, one for your oatmeal, of course, one for your gumbo, and one for your curry. So let's go ahead and review. We're gonna pick and choose just a little bit on this. Let's go ahead and do our oatmeal, of course. Let's go ahead and do our toasted corn, our raisin mix. We'll do some tortillas for our mains here. The peanut butter and crackers, we might toss those. You all seen that a million times. I don't know that we need to do those or not. We have our shortbread cookie, obviously. Look at the reflection on this thing. There you go. We'll put our jams out there and cheese spread. Might have to get the crackers out either way. And we have 2 of these, so let's just do one of those for the review. We won't do the fruit punch. We're just gonna do one drink. You guys can watch me drink stuff all day, but that's not really good for the video. So that's drinking water. So we'll try that. We'll open that up and see what all that's about. And our 2 mains, and of course our Smarties. And I think we pretty much have it. We'll leave the crackers close by in case we need those. And we'll go from there. Let me get a tray. We'll get some water, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got some water for a drink and for a ration heater. We'll try that differently, separately than our water that came with it. All right. Curry chicken and gumbo are in. Let's cut the top off the old ration heater and let's just stack this in one. I think this should handle this with absolutely no problem, as we do it all the time with other stuff. We're just gonna stack one each side of that ration heater. One right there. We're gonna stack one right there. Make sure our heater is correct. It is. Got a line on the bottom, obviously. Let's pour it up to that. Just about right. Close this up, give this a little shake. Let's go this way. And see if we can get this thing to fire off. The leading ester box is over here. And I can hear it going already. So we'll be right back with that. Let that cook for a minute. So I guess the next thing, let's get our drink going. We got about, that stinks. We got a little bit over a cup of water. I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this out. I'm try to get about a cup or so. And we're gonna mix up this drink. Pull some more light over here. And let's see if it says exactly how much. Okay, 12 ounces. We are very close to that. We're a little over a cup. If you've never had a ration heater, it smells kind of like a burnt, plasticky kind of chemical smell, I would say. Not great, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So let me do a little bit of this action. And we're gonna go out just a hair. And we should be pretty good with that. One more mix. We'll come back for you to taste that and mix it one more time. Let's try, this water has no gusset on the bottom. So once you open it, it's open. It's open. It says tear, but that's not really a possibility. Just go all the way. It's like a wild animal. I'm trying to cut open as far as I can so you guys can actually see down in it. And it's just water, right? Let's take a drink of it. A little bit plastic tasting. I cannot put this back on the table. Overall, not bad. Could you drink it? Absolutely, you could drink that. Zero problem at all. There's no problem with that at all. I might have to open a window in here. That stuff's real stinky. The only one I smelled that was worse than that was the Chinese one, I believe. Those are kind of the maximum nasty, right? Okay, so our oatmeal. Did not prep for that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got us a little clear bowl here. Pour out. I can actually smell the apple very strong in that, even over that ration heater. If you're using these for deer season, the ration heater probably not a great idea, but you could use it. Depends on which way the wind's blowing, right? Let's shuffle this back just a smidge, get it nice and straightened up. Let's go to mix in some water. So with this oatmeal, you always just go by look. A little bit more, not too much, you'll ruin it. And then it's gonna suck some up after you let it sit a second, all right? And it's always good enough for right now, but then if it sits even 5 minutes, it'll need more. That should be good enough for a little bit. Let's give her a mix here. It does not need long at all to reconstitute. Usually less than a minute, and it's already looking pretty reconstituted right now. Looking pretty decent. So let's go ahead and set that over there, so I don't knock anything over. And I guess let's go ahead and try this. We'll keep moving. We're gonna do it in order. So it's gonna be our breakfast. As you can see here. It's a weird spoon, for sure. There's a lot of cinnamon in that. Almost like a pumpkin spice. Apple cinnamon oatmeal. Pumpkin spice, instead of pumpkin, it's apple spice. Like a spiced apple cider, instead of extremely strong. Is it great? I wouldn't call it great. Is it okay? It's okay. It's better than a lot of ration oatmeals I've had. Some of those oatmeals and rations are so fine. You put water and it basically turns to mud. But these are actual whole oats, as you can see. It just tastes a little bit overdone to me. A little bit over seasoned. I have a lot different tastes than most people probably have. I'm not used to eating anything pre-made here lately. Eating pretty decent. So you get a little bit of preservative, a little bit of too much sugar, and it's real on your palate. I mean, it's, it's whatever you're used to eating. I'll mix this up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's my taster. This isn't even that sweet, but it tastes in your face to me. There's not a huge amount of dyes in it, which everybody likes, right? Usually lemon drinks and those MREs are neon green or neon yellow. And this one is not really that. That's actually pretty decent. It definitely tastes a little bit of salt in it, like electrolyte type situation going on there. Thing is raging hot. That was a really good ration heater. Let's dump out our sides here. We're gonna move on to these rations, to the mains, really quick. Okay, let's start off with corn nuts. What the setting on this mic is, but it might be pretty crunchy while I'm chewing on this. So be prepared. They hit those pretty good. Those are nice and toasty, not overly salted, not overly preservative tasting, not old. is also a good plus. A lot of people are really like that. They're not hard to chew either, not breaking your teeth off. Oh, piece of walnut, English walnut in there. What is that? Is that a... It's bigger than a raisin. Not sure what's going on there. It was peanuts and tree nuts, sunflower seeds, raisins, almonds, walnuts. That's some big raisins. It tastes good. They all taste fresh. No problems at all with that. I mean, that's a nice mix. It's not overly done. It's not weird. How about your focus? I don't know. It looks dark on the screen for some reason. Hard telling. Hopefully we're in focus. Hopefully everything's good. Next up, let's go with our mains. Or shortbread, we'll wait till dessert for that. Let's get these mains out of here and try to figure out what's going on with that. All right, so let me grab a towel here. We're gonna open these mains up, possibly use the tortillas if I don't trip over the cord. I feel like a rookie today doing this. My first MR review ever is the way it feels. I'm gonna take a towel and wipe off this nasty water. That's what you don't want, is that in your food in any way. It did a good job. They're nice and warm. Really nice and warm. So we're just gonna put these in bowls. We don't eat it all today. We can snap the lid right on it. And everything is good. We're refrigerator ready. All right, so all the water's off. This is the chicken gumbo. Let's take a look. We got to deer like a tube of toothpaste, I guess, huh? Okay, so put this up over here. Let's grab this other one out. That is smoking hot still. Those are good ration heaters. That says a lot. You put good ration heaters in your rations because a lot of rations don't have that, and it's a big, big problem when you actually go to use them. You have no other way to heat them. Chicken gumbo and curry chicken. If you notice one thing about these, a lot of these do not have a lot of dyes in them. Remember you opened up one of these a while, just 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and they just be full of this like bright orange or bright red stuff. And these are very, we'll call it undyed, which is probably a really good thing. Okay, so let's start off by trying a little bit of curry chicken. Get up here so you can see it. And it is pretty warm. See it fogging up the bowl there. Got rice and beans. Let's take a little bite first and see. The smell is like a, I don't smell curry. It's almost like a beef stock or chicken stock. Has like a gravy on it, like a thickened gravy, you can see. It's not all watery and runny. There's a piece of chicken right there. It's like anything else. You can't taste a little bit of preservative in it. Has a tiny bit of spice to it. It's pretty mild though. It's not in your face. I mean, they kind of have to make stuff for that, or people won't be able to eat it. If it's too much, too spicy, too seasoned, overly seasoned, anything like that. And our gumbo, let's look here. I can't really smell anything, to be honest with you. Take a piece of this chicken. I think the gumbo has less preservative taste. Same amount of spice, just a little amount of heat. Nothing's going to burn you up. In my opinion, that's the better one. Ordinarily, anything curry, I'm all about. This particular ration, the gumbo almost tastes better, which is backwards from everything I would probably know. But it is what it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to peel out one of these. So you've got 3 in there. And they're pretty little, right? Pretty small. Before we do that, let me get out some cheese spread. Let me give her the old squish around here, and we'll cut the corner. All right, so let's try some gumbo on our tortilla. This is probably how most people would eat these. Be careful, there's nothing to that to drip on. And let's do this. There we go. And I would also say most people would probably, there we go. It looks like somebody's already eaten this once. See? Got the corn and everything in it. Let's tuck the back of that bad boy in and try to keep that in there. Let's take a bite out of that. It looks pretty good, right? Some corn nuts. Also sure the corn nuts go in that. Very messy. Very messy. We polish it off. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it. It worked out pretty good. That's not a bad combo, not a bad setup. It's not clean to eat though. It's definitely messy. So take that for what you will. Smack it in the microphone just like a rabid animal. I think this mic's turned up to 3, which is going to get swallow everything. So I apologize for that. Move on to dessert. I've got an idea for that grape jelly. Look at that. Shortbread, all in one piece. I'm just going to bust a piece of this off. Just going to crunch this bad boy right down. We're going to do this. The shortbread's really good. It's fresh tasting, not overly sweet. It's just, I mean, it's shortbread, right? Oh boy. Recipe for disaster right here. there we are. Get it before it drips. So you have a choice here with your tortillas, depends on where you're from. You can put peanut butter and jelly on them. You can put your main dishes on them with cheese. I guess you could put peanut butter in your main dishes. You know, you got some options here. It's not just all, I guess you could put oatmeal on it if you really want to do that. This is actually a nice little addition, I think. Some Smarties. There you go. They gave us chili flakes, but unless you're just cruising for some heartburn, there's enough spice in this to get you by. These don't taste overly salty. I'm sure there's a lot of salt in them though. That's pretty much just a given. 700 milligrams of salt for that. That's about average. Maybe even a little below average, what you can't expect for most of this stuff. You want to be really shocked, go pick up a TV dinner. Go pick up a frozen oven pizza. Well, hell, go pick up anything and look at the amount of salt in it. It is scary and alarming. Don't even get me started on sugar. That's a whole nother situation. Anyhow, that's all for today's video. Thank you, Casey, MRE Mountain, for sending this to us. Links in the description for this. Go over there and buy them from Casey. Put in the note that you bought it because you've seen Nathan's video. That should make him smile. And we have some other stuff from Casey and some other stuff coming up. So stay tuned. Good to see you all again. We'll be back very soon with another.